Let's talk about Unix piping. Piping is when you take the output of one process and use it as the input for another process. So to start with our little demo here, let's look at the contents of a file called fruit. Notice that we have multiple lines. Some of the lines are duplicate. Our goal is going to be to print out the most commonly repeated line in there with how many times it was repeated. So to start off with, let's sort our fruit file. So we're going to pipe it to sort. So it's taking the contents of this fruit file and using that as the input to the sort command, which is going to come back and it's alphabetized. So here's a nifty little command. You can type clear, it'll go up to the top, and then it might be easier to read that way. So we sorted it, but we still had multiple copies of the same lines. So we're going to use another command. We're going to start off, we have the cat fruit pipe to sort, so we're in alphabetical order. We're going to run it through a program called Unique. Unique goes through and it looks at a line, and then it goes to the next one, and if that's a duplicate, it will eliminate it from the output. So we're going to get only unique lines now. 1 apples, 1 bananas. It looks like 2 cherries, but you notice the lines are different. So that was fine, but we need to know how many times the line was in the original file. So we're going to run this again, and we're going to use the -C. And -C stands for count. And if you notice now, we have 4 apples, 2 bananas. So we're on the roll, we're almost there, but the initial request for this was to print one line, that's the most common line, with the number of times it was repeated. And if you notice, the line that we want is 4 apples, and that happens to be at the head of the file, at the top of the file, and it's just 1 line long. So we can actually take this output, and notice that our output has changed from before in that we now have numbers in front of it. So we're using that output, 4 apples, 2 bananas, 1 cherry, 1 date, 1 eggplant, and we're going to pipe that into the head command, which displays the top part of a file, and we're going to tell it to only display the first one. And there you go. We have 4 apples, can be green, yellow, red, or pink.